let's learn how to apply for a French long stay visa. Well, technically, you need two most important things, a certain list of documents, and then you need an application form. So today, I'm going to show you how to fill an application form. For most of the countries, the process remains same. But let's start with French long stay visa. So if you want to apply for a French visa, and if you're an Indian citizen, you don't have to write French visa. You have to write VFS, France. And this is the link where you apply for the French visa. You click on that, and there are different options that you can choose from. Do you need a visa? Do you need to start your application? Do you need to submit? How do you track your application? I am an Indian citizen, so I definitely need a visa, so I don't have to waste my time here. Let's start away with our application form. There are lots of visas, tourist visas, business visas, but this video focuses on one most important thing, which is student visa, and that to a long stay student visa. So I'm not talking about exchange students, I'm talking about full-time students. So you click there, and now you just have to watch carefully what to do and what not to do in your application form. Please remember that every information that I share in this video is completely for demonstration purpose and is not related to me or anybody. Okay, so let's start here. You click on access the visa application, and then you have two options: create an account, log into my account. So I have already created my account, so I'll just go here. But since you don't have an account, you just fill your details here and you create your account. So I'll just enter my details and yeah, login. The moment you click on login, you see 5 or 6 information that you need to fill: your plan, your information, your last visa, your stay, your contacts, and recap. The moment you do that, your life is very easy for you to apply for the visa. So let's start with the application form. Place of submission of application: I'm an Indian citizen, so I'll fill India. City of submission would be, for me, it's Delhi. For you, you can choose anywhere. Visa type requested would be long stay because I'm going for more than 3 months. Number of months of stay would be more than 1 year because my duration of the master's program is around 15 months. Main destination of stay would obviously be France for me. Issuing authority of travel document. Now, for your travel document, you have to write every information here which is mentioned in your passport. So issuing authority for me, it was Government of India. Travel document was obviously ordinary, not diplomatic, not official, not Siemens, not identity certificate. It's ordinary passport for everyone. Travel document number, again for demonstration purpose, let's write any number. Okay. Date of issue, let's write again any other number. Let's write, let's give a, so first of all, you have to understand that the usual validity of a passport is usually 10 years. So I'm going to write anything. For example, let's say if I made my passport on a random date, okay, and I select this date as the expiry date. All this information is already available on your passport. Your plan. My plan is not family, not marriage, not business, it's study. My main purpose of stay would be student, not student in mobility, student. Now you verify or save. I would just verify the information. The moment you verify the information, you again have a shot to edit the information. If you don't want to do that, just click on next. Yes, I have entered the travel document correctly. I would select yes. Okay, the next step is your gender. For me, it's male. Marital status is single. Last name is Tripathi. Last birth name, I didn't have any other previous last name. Obligatory information for my first name would be Prayag. Since Raj is also my middle name, but this form does not give any information about middle name, please enter your middle name here, always. Date of birth, okay, let's write any random date. Okay, city of birth, let's write my hometown, although I won't tell you where I was born. Country of birth, of course, India. Citizen, India. Nationality at birth of different? No, I was always Indian. National identity number. If you want, you can write your Aadhaar card number here because national identity card is Aadhaar, not PAN, not DL, always Aadhaar. But it is not mandatory like country nationality or current nationality, so I wouldn't write anything here. Your personal information, your address. Let's write some random address, DLF, colony, sector 18, Gurgaon. Oh, I would write Gurgaon here. Okay, so you write your information here. This information usually, this address usually should be your present address because this is the communication address. Of course, you can write your permanent address as well because the VFS who usually ask for address to courier your passport, you can change your address there. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. This can be the address of your passport, this can be your permanent address, or this could be your present address. So I'm just writing a random address. Country would be India. Telephone number, random. Email address, of course, I wouldn't write it random. So you can enter your information. I hope until now you did not have any doubts because the form was really easy. Do you live in a country other than country of your current nationality? No. A member of your family is French national? No. Do you have any family members who live in France? No. What is your current job? My current job, let's say I'm an engineer because most of the people are engineers. So you enter electronics engineer. If you're not an electronics engineer, you can write other, and just when you write other, you have to enter all this information. If other, what do you do? What sector do you work in? What is the name of your employer? So let's say I'm just an employee. Sector. Let's say if I am an engineer again, I would write information and communication. Name of employer, I don't know what company you're working for. If you're not working at all, just select no. But if you're working, I would just write any random company and their address. So this is purely for demonstration purpose. You can write their phone number and their email ID. Okay, and then you click on next. Once you click on next, you would see this information. Indicate here if you have previously resided in France for more than 3 months in a row. Of course, you haven't, so click on no and go to next. If you have lived in France or Europe for more than 3 months, you go back, click on yes, enter all the information legitimately. Now, details of your stay. Planned date of arrival in French territory. Let's say I land in France on August 26th. So I'll click on August 26th. Planned duration of stay, number of months would be 12. Of course, it is 15, but there is no option of 15. So I'll just write 12. The purpose of stay. Okay, as a reminder, the main purpose of your stay is study. This reason is student. So you have to enter your CEF number. However, CEF number at the moment is not mandatory here, so you can leave it blank. But if you have a CEF number, you can write your CEF number here. Okay, CEF number is basically a number. It's a random number given by me here, but CEF number is usually given by Campus France. Campus France is a process which you have to do before coming to this application form. Do you have a scholarship? Yes, no, you know it better. Will you be traveling with members of family? Yes, no, you know it better. You click on next and you go to, okay, this field isn't correct. So let's leave it blank and let's see what happens. Okay, so I don't have a CEF number. If you don't have a CEF number, you can still move on to the next stage in the form. Now, most important part, host person organization, whether a person will be accommodating you or a company or a hotel or myself or another guarantor. So these are two very important parts of our application. Host person organization or funding of travel cost. Okay, now let's say if I am going to live in a hotel or a hostel. If you're going to live in a hotel, you click this. If you're not going to live in a hotel, you write the name of the school. So let's write a company organization. First of all, let me tell you whether you live in a hostel or a hotel or some residence, always fill the name of your school because the schools in France, they provide you an accommodation letter. And with that, the chances of visa increase. Okay, so enter the host organization company as your school because you are anyway going to get a document from your school. If your school is not providing the document, then of course you can enter your landlord agreement information, but always prefer the school even if you have some information. So let's say I'm going to write the school of my alma mater. If I'm going to write if I'm going to join Kedge Business School, I'll just write Kedge Business School, their address, Marseille, country would be France, telephone number random, fax random, although it's not mandatory, email address, Kedge I don't remember the information of let's write it a random information. Logement Marseille at catchbs.com. It's a random information, okay? Last name of the contact person. Let's write John. I mean, it's again random information. So the number, the contact information, address, would everything would be mentioned in details on your letter of accommodation. So just copy that information from your letter and paste it here. John Chambers. This is an imaginary perfect name. You write address of the school here again. You don't write the personal address of that person. 13009 Marseille. All this information is already mentioned on the letter that you would receive. Copy the phone number, paste it here. Copy the fax number and paste it here. And then the email address. What did I write here? I'll just copy it and I'll paste it. Okay, clear until now? So you have filled the company, organization, or establishment which will be accommodating you. It will be your school which is hosting you, even if you have Airbnb, hostel, or hotel booked in your name, if you're going for a long stay student visa. Of course, you can fill your own landlord details. You can fill your private accommodation details if you don't have the letter or if you don't wish to. But this is something that I recommend. Now, funding or travel cost. If you have, first of all, France is not like Germany or the countries where you have to open a foreign bank account and deposit the money. To get a visa in France, you just need 3 months of bank statement and enough money in your bank statements. Enough, when I say enough money, I mean 15, I mean two things. Number one, your tuition fees. It could be 12,000, 15,000 euros. And then, of course, your cost of living. Cost of living as per Government of France is 7,380 euros. So technically around 6 lakhs in Indian currency. So you have that much of money. If you have that much of money in your bank account, you click on myself. Okay, and then means of subsistence. Accommodation, if you have already prepaid, click this. If you haven't, leave it. Transport cost prepaid, if you have, click this. If you haven't, don't do this. Of course, you are in India, you haven't paid the transport cost, so leave it blank. Traveler's check, leave it blank. Credit card, leave it blank. Cash, you would be carrying some cash, so enter cash and other. When you mention other, okay, just let's try this way. Okay, I don't know why other tab is going off here, but what if that doesn't create a problem in your system? What you can write is bank statement here. Okay, so you would be showing your bank statements. Now, if you go by company, organization, establishment, hosting me, if somebody is funding your education entirely in France, then you write, click here and enter all the details. But most of the people, they go for education loan or their parents' family funding. So you click here by another guarantor and specify which. So you would mention bank loan and family funding. If it is only bank loan, write this. If it is only family funding, write this. Otherwise, write in full. Okay, so I'd write bank loan and family funding because most of the people would go for this. Now, means of subsistence. Of course, all expenses are not covered as of now. Accommodation is not provided as of now. It is provided, but you have not paid for it. So what you can do is click on other again. There is some issue with this browser, but when you click on other, right here, 6 months or 3 months bank statement of yourself, your family, your parents, and the name of the bank which is providing you the loan. Also, you can write the amount that you are being paid by the bank and your family. Okay, so do not worry about anything. I hope you're clear on this part. I'll repeat again. If you are your own sponsor, click on myself and click on other, write everything in detail. If somebody is hosting you, click on this option, select other, write everything in detail. This is the simplest and best way. If you're provided loan or family funding, click this option, specify everything in here, and then click on other, write everything here. Okay, and then you click on next. Once you click on next, you have completed this much of information and you would move on to the next stage. Now, since my browser is wonderful and creating wonderful problems for me, I would rather select cash and go on next. Okay, now this is the recap part. That means this is the chance if you want to edit something. right? So you can click here and download a PDF. Okay, if you don't want to download the PDF, you can just, first of all, it's wonderful. You have a PDF, you can revise everything. But let's say if you don't want to download a PDF, you can just edit information here and see the information online. Now let's have a look at the PDF. My first name is okay, my last name is okay, my place of birth is fine, date of birth, country, everything is fine. Uh, Gender male, status single. This is my application form, passport ordinary. Every detail which I filled is crystal clear here. Okay, so before you take a printout of this form, look at this carefully and then sign here and write a date here. The moment you go to VFS, you have to paste your photograph here, 35 by 45 size. If there is some issue with your photograph, they will click you and they will let you know. Okay, so let's say if I say that my application is perfect, I declare and I click on continue. Well, if you have more applications with you, let's say more people are going with you, your wife, your kids, you click on add a request. Okay, otherwise you click on continue. And have you checked for each applicant that the data in the form conform to the information you have entered? Once the step is validated, you'll not be able to modify it then. I would select yes. And let's see what happens. Voila, my information is parfait. Required supporting documents to submit your application. Now the first part is complete. It barely took 10 to 15 minutes to fill the entire form. Of course, if you're filling it for the first time, it might take 30 minutes as well, but it's very easy. Just fill all the information carefully from your passport, from your school document, from your accommodation document. That's it. Now, the second part is supporting documents. These are the documents. First of all, take a print of this damn form which we just filled and forget everything. Second thing, you need these many documents to go to the VFS to get the visa. First of all, application form, date and sign. I just told you. France visa receipt, which you will pay and you would get it. ID photograph, you would know the photograph, which I already told you. If you're not a national of your country, forget this. Travel document issued fewer than 10 years ago, forget this. Purpose of travel of stay. Now, this is something that you would need. Country following the EEF etudes and fonts procedure. This is Campus France procedure. Remember, I told you 10 minutes ago, you need a CEF number, a Campus France number, which I left blank because I didn't do Campus France. I already studied in France, so I don't need it. But if you are going to France, this is the last stage. The visa is the last stage. Before that, you go to Campus France, just like British Council for UK, DART for Germany. So you go here, you get your document, you get a CF number, fill it there, and then you take a printout of that and go to VFS. So that document is required here as well. Accommodation, I already told you, get a letter by the school. Most of the French schools give this document. And of course, you would have your landlord rent agreement as well. And the last and final, but most important thing, funding. I already told you 615 euros per month is basically 7380 euros for 12 months. That means around 5.5 to 6 lakhs apart from your tuition fees. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 documents along with your passport. Okay, and you can go to the VFS office nearest to you. In Delhi, we have the VFS office in Shivaji Stadium metro station, very close to Connaught Place, Hanumanji Mandir. You go there and you take an appointment. How do you take an appointment? It's really simple. Again, you go to the same website which I told you in the beginning. You go to appointment section, take an appointment, and just go there. Okay, so if you have any doubts until now, feel free to comment below and I would be very happy to answer your questions. Okay, now you click on continue. You have all the documents with you, you have all the information with you, you have the entire form with you, and you click on continue. The moment you click on continue, this will be like this, which says make an appointment at the visa center. You will find the necessary information to make your appointment on the page. Whom should I contact? So you click here. I wouldn't do this right now because this is a demonstration form. So you just go there, fill your information on whom should I contact, and take an appointment. Usually the date of appointment is barely 2 to 6 days in duration. So let's say if I take an appointment today, probably I'll get it for this week or maybe next week. Right? So I hope this was very helpful to you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you really want your friends to know more about how to fill the form correctly to get a French long stay student visa, share this video with them. And if you want to know more about lifestyle, visa, part-time jobs, good schools, good business schools in France and Europe, please watch more videos on Edvisory. Once again, thank you so much and have a great day.